Today is Wednesday, March 25th, and welcome back to Mo's Lunch and Doodles. Thank you for coming. Hope that you had fun dressing up yesterday. I had fun. All right, let's see, before we get going, what I can do with this. Wow, I'm not able to see much today. Oh, here we go. Maybe this. Doing a thing. I usually do creatures or characters. This is a thing. It's kind of like a flower vase, right? Yeah. Here's the thing about doodles. They don't always work out. That's okay. Sometimes you make a drawing that just isn't what you hoped it would be, and you're happy that you at least got to make some doodling, and maybe next time it'll go better. Welcome again. I'm excited to be here. I'm going to go straight to questions because we've got really something exciting to do today. I'll kind of get to it. So first, let's do our questions. Did you ever get in trouble at school for doodling? Asked Katie, who is 7. Yes, I sometimes did. You know, sometimes some of my teachers didn't think I was paying attention because I would sit there and doodle while I was listening to what the teachers had to say. But I was paying attention. Julia from South Korea. Hello, Julia from South Korea. How old is the pigeon? I got a similar question a couple days ago about elephant and piggy. I think, again, the pigeon probably is not old enough for a driver's license. So I'm not sure how old he is. It's a good question. And I also don't know what pigeon years are. I can tell you how long he's been published. Very soon, on April 1st, it will be 18 years since the pigeon was first published. It's a long time ago. Oren, who's 4, says, what does Mo Willems do all day? This. And it's great. What do you do when you get frustrated? Asked Liam. Well, I do a lot of different things when I get frustrated. Sometimes I get angry. Sometimes I'm a little bit too loud. Sometimes I get really sad. But what I found is very helpful is to sit and make doodles, even if they don't work out, and to take the time. And if I ever say anything or do anything that I'm not proud of, to make sure that I apologize to the people around me and say, I'm sorry that I got a little angry, or I'm sorry that I acted sad, or something like that. That's what I do. I want to know where the pigeon lives. Does he have a house or a nest? Asked Sadie. I don't know. And I did that on purpose. You'll notice that a lot of my books, I don't draw the backgrounds, because the less that I put in, the more that you put in, right? So, does a pigeon live in a city or in the country? That's up to you. You get to decide. I want you to do 51% of the work because I'm lazy. How did you make the stars at the end of your book called Waiting is Not Easy? Asked Sophia, who is 8 years old. That is a very good question. I did a combination of drawing them and doing them on the computer and cutting out various photographs. And that image of all those stars took a long time. What I wanted to do was really important, was to make those stars look and feel realistic, like real stars, but still live in the cartoony world of Elephant and Piggy. So that was a very important image for me to create. That is good. Here we go. Lena says, which of your characters would be the most fun to go to the playground with? That is a very good question. I know that Cat the cat likes to play in the playground a lot, so Cat the cat is probably an expert in terms of the playground. If the playground had a hot dog salesman anywhere near it, the pigeon would probably want to be there too. And then Ethan gonna snap. I hope we go. I sure hope we see my friend, Dan Santa.
How did you get in my house? You have a pretty nice place, too. What day is today? March 25th, 2020. That's today. I'm supposed to do a lunch doodle with Mo today. Was that today? I heard 1 million kids watch that. 1 million kids. Excuse me one second. Children terrify me. Oh, you're still here. Well, I'm Dan Santat. I live in a magical land known as Los Angeles. This is my... Get that out of there. Get out of there now. This is my personal assistant, Bill. Say hi, Bill. Hi, Bill. Don't mind me. I'm just an intern. And I'm like Mo. I make books just like Mo does. Here are some books that I've done. My friend Mo and I, we did this book together called Harold and Hog, Pretend for Real. My friend Mo and I, we did this book together called The Cookie Fiasco. I also write my own books. This is a book that I wrote and illustrated called After the Fall. Now, this is a book that I just drew the pictures for, but I didn't write. It was written by a good friend of mine. His name is Min Lei, and it's called Lift. This book's not even out yet. It comes out in May. And I'm actually best known for this book. This one's called The Adventures of Beagle. Now, it won this really great award called the Caldecott Medal. And, usually you would see a nice shiny gold sticker around this man's legs here on the cover. But I want to show you something. I want you to take a good look at that cover, and I want you to take a good look at that man's legs. Because now, when you see this book, there'll be a shiny gold sticker in front of it, and you'll never see those man's legs again. So burn it into your memory. And when you see your friends, and someday they'll ask, I wonder what's behind that shiny gold sticker, you can say, oh, I've seen those legs. They're there, and they're glorious. I actually don't own a copy of this book with the gold sticker on it, so that's kind of embarrassing. I wonder if I could show you what the actual Caldecott medal looked like. I don't know where... Oh, here it is. See this? That is the Caldecott medal. Now, most of you have seen the front of the Caldecott medal. You've seen this cool little sticker that shows the front of it, and it has this cool little etching of a guy riding on a horse. But you probably have never seen the back of the Caldecott medal. Let me show you what the back looks like. See, now that's the back of the Caldecott medal. And it has this cool little etching of a guy, I don't know, playing air guitar. And there's all this writing on it. I've had this thing for 5 years. I've never even had a chance to read it. I think it says, "If lost, please return to Dan Santat in Los Angeles, California." That's a Caldecott medal. So I'm supposed to talk for 20 minutes, and I don't know what I'm going to talk to you about. That's a long time. I find that terrifying. Excuse me just 1 minute. I won't let you down. You're still here. Well, first of all, maybe I should get dressed first. Maybe I'll draw for you. Hold on right there. Let me get in some of my drawing clothes. This will be fantastic. You stay right there, okay? I'll be right back. Stay right there. Hi, I'm back. I hope I didn't make you wait too long. I had to get in my work clothes where I spend all my time drawing. What was that? Oh, this old thing? I wear this every day when I work making children's books for kids. So, let's start with our drawing pad and paper. And we'll get something to draw with. I think I have something here. That's not a pen. This is a pen. Now, I think I'm going to give you a drawing lesson. And I'll show you how to draw anything in the universe just using 3 basic shapes. The first shape will be the circle. Now let's start with the circle. A big part of art is that you have to use your imagination to fill in the blanks. Now with the circle, I could make myself a ball. Or I could draw a circle. I could make a delicious lollipop. Man, you would think after making art for 40 years that I'd be better at this. Or maybe I draw a bunch of circles. And now, I've made myself a cluster of grapes. What I wouldn't do for a nice grape right now. The second shape is a triangle. Now with a triangle, you can do other fun things. I took this triangle right here, I just drew myself a tortilla chip. So I guess I don't have to do anything else to this. You know, if you're really hungry, you could just add a line there. And now it's a delicious slice of cheese pizza. But if you don't like cheese pizza, you could add some circles to that. And now, you've got pepperoni pizza. A triangle could also be a gnome hat. Or 2 eyes. nose. Some ears. The third shape is a square. Now there's endless possibilities for the square. It's much more versatile than even a circle or a triangle, I would think. I just drew you a box. That was easy, right? Or maybe I just drew you the state of Colorado. Magical. I could draw you a box. And now I just drew you a slice of cheddar cheese. But maybe you don't like cheddar cheese. Maybe you want to add some circles. You want to make some Swiss cheese. Oh, Swiss cheese. Swiss cheese is delicious. But maybe... Oh, I have an idea. Maybe if I took the Swiss cheese and I added 2 eyes and some eyelashes and a nose and a mouth and 2 square teeth. I now just drew you this copyrighted figure. That's what you can do with a square. Now, let's draw an author. Is there any authors around here? Oh, you mean me? Here, I'll make it a little easy for you. I'm going to take off my glasses. And we're going to draw an author. Now, the shape of an author's head is a circle. Right? Really easy. Now an author has 2 eyes. Those eyes are shaped like circles. And an author has 2 pupils in those eyes. Those are circles as well. This author looks terrified. My mother's eyes. Authors have noses. Authors have a triangle nose. My father's nose. Authors have ears. It's my father's ears. Does an author have hair? No. But this author has some hair. He has eyebrows. My mother's eyebrows. And lastly, an author has a mouth. I'm sad to say that that's a pretty spot-on caricature of myself. Different artists have different ways of drawing things. You just drew a portrait of myself. My friend Kadir Nelson, who won the Caldecott Medal this year, painted this portrait of me. It only took him 1 hour. It's amazing. Now, we're both good friends of Mo. I'll show you how I draw Elephant and Piggy. So when I was a kid, I taught myself how to draw using drawing books, but mostly practice. And it started out by copying pictures of things that I liked, like Garfield and Calvin and Hobbes. And eventually I copied those things so many times that I memorized how to do it. And eventually I could draw Garfield and all those favorite characters that I loved without even having to look at a picture. And that's kind of how drawing is. It's just practice and practice. And, it's like riding a bicycle. I think some people think you have to be born with this talent to draw. And that's not actually true. Like if you were to ride a bicycle, you didn't know how to, you weren't born with the ability to draw. You worked at it. You learned how to balance and you learned how to pedal. And then before you knew it, you were riding a bicycle. Same thing with drawing. It's just being able to practice at things that you're not very good at. And then eventually they just become second nature. And I've been at this for about 45 years now. And now I think I can draw about anything I'd like. Some things are a little bit more difficult than others, but in the end, you create the style that you like, and this is how I create Elephant and Piggy. Now, I think I'll do one more drawing, and I'll draw my friend Beagle. So for those of you who aren't familiar with my work, Beagle is a character. He's an imaginary friend. But the thing about him in my story is that he's an imaginary friend who hasn't been imagined yet. And he's waiting for a child to imagine him. And so he gets tired of waiting. And he's on this island with all these other imaginary friends. And they're all waiting to be imagined by children. And he built a boat. And he goes to the real world to find a child to be friends with. And the story was inspired by the birth of my son. I have 2 boys. They're 14 and 11. And, there comes a point in a person's life when they decide they want to start a family. And sometimes as a parent, maybe even like your parents, it can be terrifying. The thought of having to take care of a little one. So the story about Beagle, it's a story about finding your first friend or meeting someone for the first time that you didn't realize you were going to love for the rest of your life. Now, I don't know if I'm going to do more books about Beagle in the future, but I think it would be fun. In the meantime, I'm writing other picture books, telling different stories in different mediums. I'm working on a graphic novel right now, my second. I'm doing other picture books, illustrating other picture books for other authors as well. I'm constantly working. Every year I probably do on average maybe, 5 books a year. Used to be a lot more, but I've slowed down quite a bit. And I think we're done. This is our friend Beagle. Wait, what's that sound mean? What's What's that sound mean? I did it? 20 minutes? I did it! Oh, gosh, we did it. That's fantastic. 20 minutes with kids. I don't know about you, but I had a lot of fun. Thanks so much. Well, I better get going. I need to go wash my hands. And then hug my family. And then go wash my hands again. That's a busy schedule. I want to thank you again for coming out. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And be brave, be smart, and keep drawing. Hey, Bill, can you clean this up while I'm gone? Thanks. Look at this mess. There's confetti everywhere. I don't get paid enough to clean up after this guy all the time. Have a good day, everybody.
That was great. Thank you, Dan. I learned so much from you. You know, I've had a lot of fun with Dan over the years. We've been friends for years and years. Dan helped me make these two books. These are the Elephant and Piggy Like Reading books. He did the very first one, The Cookie Fiasco, which is probably the first book I've ever seen for kids with the word fiasco in it as an early reader. And then this is just the weirdest book ever, Harold and Hog Pretend for Real. I love both of these books. I'm going to end. I'm going to write Dan a thank you note. And maybe you can write a thank you note to somebody who's far away who's been nice to you. And you can send that to them. And you can also show them some of the skills that you have, like Dan showed me stuff that I don't know how to do. And you can show this friend of yours. I'm going to write a very simple letter. It just says, thank you. The blue thing.